much. You are so kind. It is such a pleasure to be here. I'm honored. So we're talking about resiliency. Well, to be resilient is to know that you are already resilient. Why? Because most of us don't believe that we are. So whether you believe that or not, it doesn't matter. It's instinctive. It starts from when we are human. We are born. So have you ever had moments, I hope you've had moments, where you've been calm and you take a moment, you're trying to quiet your mind, you're trying to tranquil the mind, and you're thinking. And so you're surrendering, you're just being. That is when you're the most resilient, is during that time, because you're not thinking about it, you just are. And it's that simple, and yet it's that difficult. And it's difficult because we tend to think too much. We feel it needs to be complicated. We feel it needs to be positioned, maneuvered, shaken, not stirred. And yet it's in the letting go that you know you're resilient. We get hung up thinking about the past. So we attach ourselves to the past, something that has happened, that we're no longer there anymore, or the future that hasn't happened yet. So those feelings that occur, the fear, the worry, the anger, resentment, insecurities, you're self-conscious, jealousy, whatever that surfaces for you, that's what we're feeling, thinking. Our minds are going a mile a minute, nanoseconds. So when we label ourselves to something, we're attaching ourselves from something that happened in the past that no longer is us, or something that's happening in the future that hasn't happened yet. So we're trying to identify it. We're trying to figure out what that is. And so there's a lot of noise going on. And so it's being resilient. If being resilient means to bounce back, we have to think about what is it that we're bouncing back from? Because really, we've created the thinking where we feel we need to bounce back from something. Now, there's been a lot going on externally, absolutely, but it's how we decide to manage our mind and where we are in the moment. So in fact, the reality we live in is created from our own thoughts. So if we learn to kind of dig deeper into ourselves, into our being, into our essence, that's a knowing that we already know that we have everything we need to feel happy and content no matter what happens. That's being resilient. It's that confidence and understanding in yourself, that compassion. So if this feeling, it's the feeling that holds the secret to resilience. It's the feeling, not the thinking, but the feeling. So if we elevate our awareness, you'll start to know yourself better. You'll start to calm the mind in a way that's going to serve you better. As I said, it's not easy. It's a challenge to do that. But once we practice and become better and better at it as we go, we all think our way through life. We do. We think our way through life. It's very noisy. But the clearer our thoughts, the easier our lives become. Because when you trust yourself, you will find resiliency. Change your thinking changes your state of being. Change your thinking changes your state of being. So if resiliency comes from knowing, then let's stop trying to figure it out. It's in its simplicity that you already know. It's within you. Only when your mind can stop you from seeing it. Only your mind. Your mind has a mind of its own. So you have to quiet that sense. Keep it simple, let it unfold, and feel what happens. I'm Amy Goldberg. Have a fantastic rest of the webinar, and I am so grateful to be here. Thank you so much, Brian and Joy. Mwah!